Welcome to the Purim Show. My guest this morning is Paige Meyer, who is Miss Red River Valley Outstanding Teen, and we are so proud and pleased to have you on the show with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. And your platform, Paige, has to do with tobacco use abuse.
It does.
Yeah, why don't you tell our viewers what you are trying to accomplish here now during your reign?
Okay. Well, part of my job as being Miss Red River Valley Outstanding Teen is I promote a personal platform or a social issue that I would like to change. And when I was trying to decide on my platform, I wanted to choose something that I was really, really passionate about. And both of my grandfathers are suffering from life-threatening illnesses from smoking.
Wow.
And so that was kind of my inspiration. So I go into schools and I talk to kids about not smoking and how to say no when somebody asks you to smoke.
That sounds like such a huge job.
It is.
You know, because how many years have we all been? I mean, I can remember back in the 60s when the Surgeon General started putting warnings on cigarette packages saying, this is not a good idea, you know, don't do it. And the warnings have gotten bigger and fewer places to smoke, but it's that peer pressure.
It is.
Of kids your age that is really the tough nut to crack.
It is. That's something I address when I go into schools and talk to teens, because that's the big thing. A lot of kids struggle with that. A lot of kids are peer pressured to do things that they don't want to do, and smoking is an issue. And so I address that and give them different scenarios of what you could do when that comes around.
That is so helpful to just have words to say and maybe even to practice saying them.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly what we do when I go in to schools or SAD chapters, I actually do talk about that, and I give them scenarios and I say, okay, how would you handle this situation? So that really helps them out, and they can kind of put themselves in that moment before it happens.
So you are a junior?
I am a junior.
A junior here at Purim High School. And will your speaking engagements then, Paige, do you go to other schools in the area?
Yeah, last week was pretty crazy. I spoke to 2,000 kids about teen smoking last week.
Wow.
And I was in North Dakota and Minnesota. I started off in Jamestown, North Dakota. I'm at the Northern Lights, SAD conference in Jamestown. And so that was really a great experience. I did a couple workshops there, and that was great. And then I traveled back to Purim and spoke with the middle schoolers at Prairie Wind. And then that weekend it was off to Anoka to speak with some more SAD chapters at the Anoka SAD conference. So my life has been hectic but good, and I absolutely love talking about it. It's something I'm so passionate about, so it's easy. I get really busy, but it's a good busy.
So when is your term done? When will you relinquish your crown, hand it on to the next?
I will relinquish my crown in September. I was
Okay.
crowned last fall in September in Moorhead. It's part of Greater Moorhead Day, so the new Miss Red River Valley Outstanding Teen will be crowned in September.
Okay.
I'm vying for the title of Miss Minnesota's Outstanding Teen on June 16th. So if I'm crowned then, it's going to be quite a big year, another year for me. So we'll just kind of have to see. June 16th, I might have another year ahead of me, or just a few more months. So.
And will your platform remain the same?
Yes, it will remain the same.
That is great. So you have plenty of time to go around and visit and talk and do speaking engagements before September. Can you give a shout out so we know how to get in touch with you? Do you have a phone number or the best way to reach you?
The best way to reach me is probably at my Facebook page on It's No Joke, Say No to Smoke. You can become a fan of It's No Joke, Say No to Smoke on Facebook. I have almost 900 fans now, so that's a great way to get a hold of me and learn more about teen smoking. You can also visit my blog at paigemeyer.blogspot.com, and I talk a little bit about my campaign of not smoking and things like that, so you can see what I've been up to.
That sounds great. Well, Paige Meyer, thank you so much for being with us on the Purim Show. And best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Good luck with all of that good work that you're doing. Stick with us. We're going to talk to Jill Shipman when we come back. Welcome back to the Purim Show. I'm here with Jill Shipman wearing her Purim's Promise cap and Early Childhood Initiative Coordinator for Purim. And we're going to talk about Week of the Young Child.
We are.
And you have got a whole week of activities starting on April 10th.
April 10th is our kickoff. For the week is actually April 10th through the 16th, Week of the Young Child. And April 10th we have Phil Baker, a musician who is coming to Purim to entertain our young children, age 0 to 5, I want to say.
Yep, 0 to 5. And you know, I've seen Phil Baker. He's music and movement. I tell you what, he will get the whole family up and moving around. And I know he's geared for 0 to 5-year-olds, but those older siblings and parents and grandparents really have a good time too.
Yes.
What time is Phil going to be here?
Phil is going to be at the Purim High School at 2 o'clock. and the kids will wiggle and jiggle. There is no cost, so bring your kids, bring the family, enjoy the music and movement, and it's good for everybody. And it's just a great way to kick off, and it's just an opportunity for our community to have someone like Phil come.
So he's going to be at the high school? Is he going to be in the
Commons?
In the Commons.
Yep. So you walk in the door with the big yellow jacket B. You just walk down the hall, and it's on the left.
Yep. Door number 1, I believe.
Yep.
Door number 1. And so Phil Baker, wonderful. We have. And I've got all his CDs. He's great. I'm a fan. But what about then on into the week? What other things have you got lined up?
Other things we have lined up are Tuesday night at 6:30. We have a PJ party where we want kids and families to put on their pajamas after supper. Come on over to the PAC, and we will read stories and have a bedtime snack. And it's just a good way to settle down, end the day. The kids will have a blast, and kind of give mom a little time out too.
What time is that again?
That one's at 6:30.
Is that free too?
That is free also.
Awesome. And then I know, go ahead. Did you have?
I have more activities.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday.
Wednesday and Thursday from 10 to 11:30 we have tot time at the PAC. There again, it's a chance for grandparents or parents to bring the little ones, give them some playtime, large motor movement, just get them active with other children.
Oh, I brought my 3-year-old over there, and he had a blast. He lives in Moorhead, so I don't get a chance to have him in Perham for all the neat stuff we do here.
Yep,
but he had a blast. Everything from puzzles to basketballs, all age appropriate.
The climbers are over there, the little tunnels. It's just good social interaction for the kids, good for the moms to get out or grandparents.
It's kind of nice to watch other people. Every once in a while, a toddler can behave in a way that is a challenge. How are we going to deal with that? It's kind of nice to have a chance to see how other people do that.
Or ask, say, all right, what do I do? So that is going on Wednesday and Thursday from 10 to 11:30. And then another program that we just want to mention is Stories on the Go. And I think you are the originator of this program in the Perham area.
Yeah, we had a couple of different people doing that. I think Barb Ebert is still doing that.
Barb Ebert is awesome. She's incredible, and she's in our area. She goes around to the different daycares, and I like to advertise it also to, moms with play groups.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a daycare.
Yeah.
The Daycare Association has done a wonderful job, utilizing her, but it's sponsored by the Early Childhood Initiative and Perham's Promise, and United Way has been a great supporter of this program.
Yes. Now, do you still let Barb go out and visit? And what she does is she does a story time, she does music and movement with the kids.
And plays her guitar.
Yeah.
The kids there again, they're dancing, they're moving, they're listening to her stories.
Once a month, a very special visit. They look forward to her coming. Are you still, is she still able to go to like family, friend, and neighbor care as well?
Yes.
So that
at this point, yes.
Okay,
we're
so
still...
you don't have to be, a huge daycare provider to have her come. Even if you have a few kids, you can have her come and visit.
Yep. If you have 2 or 3 kids, if you know there's a mom's group going on, maybe even a birthday group that you want to incorporate stories and music, we really want to promote that with this younger age.
Is there a charge for that then? Or?
There is not at this time.
Okay, I know that we've talked back and forth, but
we're still talking back and it is a great bargain.
What a bargain.
As long as we can keep coming up with the funding, we'll just keep doing it because we just think there's a strong need.
Well, I'm just delighted to hear that the Early Childhood Initiative continues to go so strong, and you're still working collaboratively. I'm assuming with the Daycare Association.
With the Daycare Association.
And even Frazie's ECFE program, you're kind of sharing the cost of bringing Phil Baker to Perham to our area, because boy, it's spendy sometimes to bring in something different and unique for families, and then to offer it free.
Yeah. We want to get the families out, encourage them to come out as a family, just enjoy an hour of fun and dance and music.
And your phone number?
If you have any questions, feel free to call 346-7102. That's the combined Perham's Promise and Kinship phone number, and we'll get your questions answered.
Very good.
But Saturday, April 10th, 2:30 at Perham High School at the Commons area. Phil Baker, let's kick it off. Let's show them that Perham does care about our children.
Oh yeah, don't miss that great event. Thank you so much for tuning into the Perham Show. Jill, thanks once again for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.